Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a quick lesson going into this article that was sent on the chat by the beloved brother Aaron from over here at Prisoners of Hope. And it's the spirit because, as we know, the beloved elder Apostle Tahar has coined this year of 2023, the year that hopefully all of the prophecies come to pass. And here it is, evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is moving in a haste to crown his enterprise of success. You see, but as we know, pursuing the biblical prophecy, he's going to fail miserably. Pursuant to Job, let's start there. The book of Job, the 5th chapter, in the 12th verse, and it reads, "He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." And he that's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You see, the crafty being who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, this man is going to fail at crowning his enterprise. Okay, he's not going to succeed. You know, this man's on borrowed time. And he understands that. But he's still going to desperately attempt to pursue his diabolical plan, okay, of a synthetic immortality consisting of transhumanism, okay, consisting of smart cities, you see, consisting of abomination, anti Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, this is this man's plan, but he's going to fail, but he is going to make an attempt. All right, this man's going to come down like a madman in efforts to fulfill Salakia, his diabolical plans, man. You see? The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 13, it reads, "He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong." And that word froward, all right, goes into someone that's difficult to deal with. And, you know, they're an adversary. They're adverse. Okay, and we know, you know, that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, which that word Satan goes into adversary. All right, and evil you know, has showed himself to be completely adverse. All right, anti-Bible, anti-Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on all levels, on all fronts. You see, so we know this man, you know, is the wicked. All right, that has been revealed. All right, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. You know, this man has been revealed. You know, so this devil understands that his time is short. And he understands that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has limited him. He's limited. But he's trying to, you know, outsmart the Most High. You see, with his technology, which is his God. He thinks he's pulled the okie doke on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but here it is. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has this damn devil in the trick bag, man. So let's grab this article real quick, right? And I'm going to read the whole article. You know, Lord willing, we'll grab a few precepts, you know, and we'll close it out. But it's from Natural News, and it's dated January 3rd, 2023, so it's fresh off the press. All right, and Salakia, the water, Aaron, for this article. I was actually gonna get into something else, but hey, the Spirit pulled me right into this. This is heavy right here. The water Akia. So the title reads, Bill Gates and his globalist cabal are about to wrap up their worldwide takeover. At least they think they are. They think they're gonna wrap it up. But what they are going to do, they're gonna come down like madmen, man. You see, they're gonna send in their super soldiers. They're gonna send in the NATO troops, the UN troops, Salakia. You see, martial law is gonna kick off. There's gonna be another so-called global scamdemic. You see, that's gonna create a global shutdown, really. Because this thing is a worldwide move. It's a new world, order agenda. So this thing's gonna affect everybody. So, like last time, back in 2019, it's gonna be a worldwide event. You see, so as we know, this devil was talking about how, the next time, VIR US outbreak occurs, it's gonna be worse, than the C-19. How would he know that? Because these devils are behind it. You see? These devils are behind it. They don't have a what do they call it? Where they keep all their CDC. There it is. They don't have a CDC for no reason, the Center of Disease Control. They don't have that for no reason, man. You see? It's called biological warfare, man. Let's continue on. Right? Let's get all this, right? Alright. It is no longer a secret, and I'm gonna have to speak in code here and there. You Akiyam and Akwath, should be hip. If not, try to tap in for you new listeners. You can read it yourself and see it, It is no longer a secret that the World Health Organization, right, for short is what, the WHO, right, has been weaponized for the purpose of establishing a global health police state, fully controlled by the globalists, more like the elite, right, these international banking families, man. You see, these small hats, to be politically correct, right? We also know now that the WHO's top donor and controller is none other than billionaire eugenist Bill G. I'm gonna have to run it like that just in case through the Spirit. And again, he's just a farm man. All right, the real individuals behind this, you don't see them. You see, they're in the low. They're on the low. Making this thing happen. You see, saying who sees me. Matter of fact, let's get a quick precept that just came to me through the Spirit. Let's go to Isaiah, the 64th chapter, real quick. I want to say it's here. Bear with me. Is it 65? Matter of fact, it could be Psalms. Let me see something real quick. Khan, it's Psalm 64. Salakia. Leah, let's get this. Here we go. All right, the book of Psalms. I don't know why I was thinking Isaiah. The book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse 5. I'll start at verse 5, and it reads, They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Who's this talking about? The elite, man. Okay? the Luciferians, the light bearers on the left-hand side, these international banking families, right? They commune of laying snares, which a snare is a what? A trap, right? They commune of laying snares privately, right? Secretly, right? They say, who shall see them? You see, because they're in the dock doing all this dirt. They're in the backdrop. And they have certain devices they utilize, like the celebrity machine, right? They have their media, which when you go into that word media, it goes into medium, which goes into witchcraft, which is another device they use. Symbolisms. You see, they have all forms of devices they utilize to keep the heat off of them. Yeah, not to mention these politicians, the government set up, these judges, you name it. This is everything that we see around us. These devils are in control of it. Okay, these news outlets. Okay. The only thing that's slipping between their fingers, and they still see it, is this underground news. This social media. You know what I mean? They can only control it so much. And they find and that's what they're also working on, that cancel culture. You see? They're working on silencing people. Where they won't even have to worry about that anymore. You see, so this thing is turning up, man. All right, let's get a little more. They search out iniquities, right? They accomplish a diligent search. So they search out wickedness, man. You see? And their search is diligent. Evil E does a diligent search, man. This man is a mad scientist. The beloved Elder Manata Zappa did a lesson, I want to say a week or so ago, going into the diabolical mindset of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's a mad scientist. He's willing to hurt himself, his loved ones, everything around him, people around him, the earth, him. It doesn't matter. He's a mad scientist. In order for him to be satisfied, okay, he can never be satisfied. Scripture says that this man is he's covetous. He wants what everyone else has. He can never have enough. You see? Pursuing a Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter goes into that. You see, this man can never be satisfied. Okay? But continuing on. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Right? So they're very specific in their search, man. You see? They find things out. Right? Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see? Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart, right? The mind is deep. You see? So this man does a deep, diligent search, man. On iniquities, man. You see? So this is a well thought out plan that they have, man. With this whole biological warfare attempt and this order out of chaos attempt, man. Hey, this thing has been well thought out. See? But Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, as we read in Job, we opened up with Job, the 5th chapter. He's going to disrupt their plans. This devil's not going to be able to perform his enterprise. You see? He's going to fail miserably, man. Let's go back to this article. Salakia. Keep going there. Right, let's continue on. All right, with gates of hell, right, at the helm, the WHO is moving full steam ahead toward implementing a worldwide system of medical tyranny. Perhaps most notably through the impending implementation of the so-called Scamdemic Treaty, every WHO member state will be legally bound by this scamdemic tyranny. They do not have to individually pass or even acknowledge it. If the WHO enshrines it, then everyone must follow and obey. You see? This is how this man gets down. Unrighteous decrees. You see? Ill dealings. Riches gotten by deceit, right? Let's continue on. In short, the Scamdemic Treaty will erase the concepts of respect for individual human dignity, human rights, and fundamental freedoms. You see? It will also give WHO's Director General, as well as unelected regional directors, dictatorial powers and control over the world. You see, and this is what this damn devil wants, which he already really has, a form of control over the world, but he wants complete out of control. You see, through your carbon footprint, this man wants to know where you at, man, what you're doing, how much energy did you dispense, Salakia? I think I used that word right. Needless to say, this man wants to know where you at, what you're doing, why you're there, and how long you're gonna be there. He wants full control. He wants your soul, man, this time around. This is what this man's gunning for. Hey, this is what this micro CHIP is all about. You see, this damn devil is gunning for your soul, man. Let's continue on. There will be no more privacy, either as censorship is expanded to every last crevice of human life. And finally, to top it all off, you see it, right? The passports, right, and digital global identification tools will be mandated globally. You see, and notice it says digital global identification tools. You can believe, you can imagine that is going to entail the micro CHIP. See? The Wuhan C19 was just a test run for all these things. We're aware of that. Everyone can agree on that. Next time, as promised by Gates of Hell himself, and he did say that, right? The live action exercise, he said this, the live action exercise will become a full reality. Well, he didn't say that, but he did mention that next time it will be severe. I wish I could find that video. But anyways, let's continue on. The live action exercise will become a full reality, plunging the world into absolute darkness, man. Whoo! You see? And that's biblical. That's biblical. We quoted it earlier, Daniel's, man. Let's go get that real quick. These are the times we're coming into. Evils and only evils. And this is what we're telling you, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to us like-minded men. We're telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get right with your power, to get right with Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But again, 2/3 of you are not going to listen. Only the elect will hearken. And we understand that. That's all we're doing this for. We suffer for the elect's sake, man. You see? The book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1, and it reads, and at that time, right, shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. You see, so Michael, the archangel, right, the head angel of the hosts of heaven, all right, besides Yahweh Shai. You see, Yahweh Shai's main man of the hosts, of the armies of heaven, right, is going to have to come through in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, when all hell's breaking loose, to defend who? The children of thy people, the elect, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. You see, and there shall be a time of trouble, right, Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, man. See, because we have to understand, Evil E has technology on a whole nother level now, man. See? Hey, word on the street is this man got Terminators, man. This man got Terminator dinosaurs, man. See? It's well known this devil got super soldiers. We know we got drones. You see, this man has things that supersedes any other rulership prior to this one, man. You see, this is the most powerful rulership ever erected. This is going to be the worst time ever, but we understand. Yeah, there's a reaction. You see, there's a counter reaction to his reaction. You see, so when he makes a move, you better believe Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to make a move, because pursuing to Isaiah 59:19, there's going to be a standard lifted. You see, there's going to be a standard lifted for the elect. Let's continue on. Lord willing, I'm going to go grab that. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. What book? The book of life, man. And those of the elect were written in the book of life since the foundations of the earth. You see, Lord willing, we are those elect. Lord willing. You see? But one thing we can count on is that there's going to be a standard lifted. Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, right, from the east. When the enemy, right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, first and foremost, and the rest of these heathen nations, shall come in like a flood, the Spirit, see, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. See how beautiful that is? The Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against him. You see? We have divine intervention on our side, Lord willing, we be of those elect. Let's get this real quick. That's beautiful. The Spirit of the Lord is going to lift that standard, man.
51:27.
Salakia Aki Amanakwa.
Noose. Strong's H 51:27. Noose. Noose.
All right, and it goes into what? That word standard in Isaiah 59:19 goes into what? It goes into in the biblical usage to flee, right? Escape. Okay? To take flight, depart, disappear. These are the things that's going to be happening. Okay, when this man comes in like a madman, man. Okay? Take flight. What do you think that means? To fly, man. That's what that means. You're going to have Jake being able to go MIA on you. You see? To cause to disappear, see? To hide. Man, divine intervention. Point blank, put it in layman terms. Divine intervention. There's going to be divine intervention taking place. You see? Continuing on in the article. Right, let's get the rest of this, right? Trump cut off WHO funding, but simply that redirected it to Gavi, all right, which is also controlled by Bill Gates of Health. All right. Since its founding in 1948, and we know 1948 was what? The end of the Israeli war. All right. When these devils pretty much took the land over there. Right? These small hats, these Amalekites, these gutter rats, these imposters. Right? Since its founding in 1948, the same year that Israel, the state, was reborn, the WHO was functioned as a mouthpiece for industry. From big tobacco to big pharma to everything in between, the WHO has operated on behalf of big business at the expense of we, the people. Of course, that's how they get down. They don't give a hell about you people, man. You people are considered cattle. You see? And now they want to minimize you. Yeah, that's what that high C juice was all about. This is why we're seeing people drop like sacks of potatoes, man, 2 years later. Up until now, the WHO's tentacles have been limited. The plan, though, is to have them reach and control every last nook and cranny of planet Earth. And we largely have Bill G and his globalist cabal to blame for what is soon to befall this place that many call home. Again, Bill G and the rest of these visible billionaires, right? You got what's his name? The guy that owns Tulsa. I forgot this devil's name. It doesn't even really matter. But you got these visible billionaires and some trillionaires. Hey, they're just puppets, man. And the phone chimed in. Okay? Who you don't see is who's controlling this party, man. Okay? Who you don't see is controlling this party. Okay? These global elites, man. These international banking families, man. Remember that. The ones that are behind the scene. Let's continue on. Former President Donald Trump suspended all United States funding to the WHO. However, what many did not realize at the time is that Trump simply redirected that funding to Gavi, a charity controlled by, you guessed it, Bill G. All right? The Gavi money was likely sent by Gates of Hell right back to the WHO in the sleight of hand that has become the norm in American politics, right? This is how these devils get down, man. This is how these devils get down. They're all functioning under the same agenda, right? The left fights the right, and the right fights the left, but it's always the same bird pulling the strings, right? Exactly. Keep in mind that Gates of Hell has multiple avenues of directing funding to the WHO and its globalist agenda. He does so not only through Gavi, but also through the infamous Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and as well as through the strategic adversary group of experts, SAGE, UNICEF, and Rotary International. The WHO has a benign budget of around $4.84 billion, and $1 billion of that comes from Gates of Hell. In short, Gates of Hell holds extreme influence of the WHO because he pays for much of its operations, allowing him to control world affairs in an undue way. All right, Gates of Hell plans to unleash a one world health plan controlled by the WHO itself, along with the Food and Agriculture Organization. Right, and this nigga's buying all the farms up, man, all the farmland up. You see, so we could see this thing coming together. And they have plans on having you people eat bugs and all forms of abominations, man. Synthetic meats. Okay? This is what they have planned for you people. The United Nations Environment Program. See, this is a global move. Okay? And the World Organization for Animal Health. You see? Together, all of these groups plan to eliminate human rights. Right. What did that devil Klaus Schwab say? You're going to own nothing and be happy, man. This is what this devil said. You're going to own nothing and be happy. They want full control of you, man. Right? Together, all of these groups plan to eliminate human rights and subdue the entire planet under a new health tyranny paradigm dreamed up by Gates of Hell and his ilk. More or less, this is, again, he's just a puppet. This was dreamed up by the elites, man. Right? It is the envisioned new world order coming to fruition right in plain sight. You see? And they're moving in a haste to get this thing right. But again, as we know, pursuing the biblical prophecy, these damn devils have a time limit. And they can't pass it. No matter how hard they kick and scream, all right, no matter how hard they try, they're not going to be able to go over the time limit given to them by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get this in Job 14 real quick. The book of Job chapter 14 and verse 5, and it reads, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Who determined this nigga's days? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Pursuing the Job 20. Let's get this real quick. We're going to jump right back. And this is a we all know this scripture, but we're going to get it. Because these scriptures never run out of ammo. Okay, we got to get it. The book of Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, who gave it? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, pursuing to Daniel. Pursuing to the book of Daniel's. All right. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai gave this man the earth. All right. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked. Pursuing to Malachi, the first chapter, where he's coined, all right, as the border of wickedness. Okay. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And who else did it but Evil E? What color, if you Google, I'm not going to do it, but if you Google Jesus, all right, if you Google God, if you Google any of the prophets, you're going to see a so-called white man. Okay? This man has covered up the faces of the Heavenly Father, of Yahweh Shai, of all the prophets, okay, of all our foremothers, of all the angels. Everything, every biblical image is a so-called white man. See? Evil E has committed the capital offense of blaspheming the Holy Spirit, man. You see that? And he's going to be visited for it. We know who this is. If not, where and who is he? Right. And with a question mark. If it's not this nigga, then who is it? Who is it? It's plain who it is. It's none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Let's go back to the book of Job real quick. The book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5, and it reads, seeing his days are determined, right? They're numbered. They're determined, right? The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. See, so this man's not going to go past a year, a month, a day, a minute, a second. You see? He has a date with destiny, and there's no way around it. And we're at the point in his rulership where he's running out of time. And he knows it. This is why Revelations 12 and 12 is about to be activated. Let's go get it. But it's beautiful because, hey, once this happens, the deliverance is soon to come. You see? So we welcome it with open arms as Akiyam and Aqua to understand the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. We're trying to go home, man. And we're trying to get into those immortal bodies, man. Enough is enough, man. The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12, and it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, right? Those of us of the elect, starting with the men of the Lord, all right, I'll trickle all the way down to you, Slakia, men, women, and children. Okay? You believers of this gospel, the rest of you, the rest of the 1/3. We ought to be rejoicing. We ought to be rejoicing. Okay? Because with this, all hell breaking loose, heralds in the kingdom of heaven, man. Because as we read in Daniel 12, Michael the archangel is going to come through. And Yahweh Shai is going to come through. Salvation is going to be right behind all hell breaking loose. See? We ought to rejoice at these things. Let's continue on. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Woe means destruction. Right? To the rest of you people, man. You see? For the devil, okay, is come down unto you. Who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That word devil goes into what? Deceiver, false accuser, slanderer. All right? That's none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You see? And he's going to come down unto you, man. Right? Having great wrath. See, we're coming into the time where this nigga's going to lose his mind, man. And you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be doomed. Because you're going to fall right on the sword of the Lord. Okay, which is evil E. Okay, he's the sword of the Lord, man. You're going to fall right on the Lord's sword, man. Right? Let's continue on. Because he knoweth, right? He's going to come down with great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, he knows. This wicked nigga doesn't have a doomsday clock for no reason. He knows time is ticking. He's measuring the times diligently in itself too, man. And he knows that Hamashiach is on his way. And it's a beautiful thing. Because we've been waiting for this for ages, man. Ages, man. And we're living in a time where Yahweh Shai is fitting to crack these clouds, man. How do we know that? Through the prophecies. This is why, we can confidently say that. Starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to us like-minded men. We can confidently say that Yahweh Shai is on his way. Because of the prophecies. We see the prophecies coming to pass. And we see them. We see the last few left that are right over the horizon. They're being talked about. Matter of fact, let's close out here. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, for the vision, right, the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. And these prophecies are speaking. Okay? These prophecies are jumping off the pages, like the brothers say. And if you can't see that, hey, it's because the Lord blinded you. Though it tarry, right, it might take a little bit, wait for it. Because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quedash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Quedash. Shalom.